Insiders have chimed in on the situation. Jim Jones' son has already made his position plain. But what about Chrissy? She hasn't said anything, but you know she's watching intently if she chooses to speak. Out, the drama will only intensify. And then there's Camron. Will he answer or will he keep mute? Hoping to storm, the anxiety is evident as time passes. Everyone is on edge, wondering what will happen next. Is this the end of Jim Jones and Camron's long-running conflict? Or is it simply the start of a greater one? That might shift the dynamics of the whole business. Let's be honest, nobody thought what began as a petty feud between two hip-hop celebrities has turned into a full-fledged media frenzy. Real individuals are at the core of all this mayhem, with families, professions, and reputations on the line. We enjoy a good controversy, but we must remember that there is a price to pay when things go wrong. So what's next for Jim, Cam, Chrissy, and the whole crew? Is this the tip of the iceberg, or will they find a way to pick up the pieces of their broken relationships? Will they ever be able to mend the harm caused by this scandal? Or is it too late to rescue what's left of their public image? The clock is ticking and the world is as for us. We'll be here to keep you informed on every stunning twist, unexpected turn, and every stay tuned, because this narrative isn't done by a long shot. So, what are your thoughts on this volatile situation? Jim Jones' kid has every right to go after Camron, or is this just another example of excessive family drama? What is next for these hip-hop giants? Will they be able to save their legacy, or is this the beginning of the end? The fact is that we are merely scraping on the surface of this controversy. There is still so much to discover. Who knows? What mysteries will be revealed next? If additional more significant information come to light in the following weeks, believe us, we don't want to miss it. So do us a favor. Watch this video if you believe this article just getting started. Leave a remark, comment below, and let us know your thoughts on who is in the wrong here. What are your thoughts on concealing something? The following motion should be if you haven't already, smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification ring to ensure you never miss out on the juiciest and most dramatic updates. We have more disturbing material coming your way, and believe us, don't want to miss it. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next. Imagine Jim Jones' son, who has always been the calm, measured figure, assaulting Camron because of a bombshell recording that is rocking Harlem to its core. A recording of an intimate moment with his mother, Chrissy, has recently been released. Internet, and it's not your usual leak. We're talking about a scandal so deep and intimate that it's unraveling everything we thought we understood about this hip-hop dynasty. But what exactly happened between the two former pals, Camron and Jim Jones? Was this assault a chance blow-up or a deliberate act of revenge? What's actually on this recording that delivers shock ripples across the streets? We've got the inside scoop, juicy facts, and the horrifying truth. No one's ready. This isn't just about a family quarrel. It's about loyalty severed, secrets revealed, and careers wrecked. Stick around, because believe me, this isn't anything you want to miss. The truth is about to drop, and it's going to blast. Don't even consider clicking away. We're all accustomed to the drama in the realm of hip-hop feuds. Backstabbing, hidden beefs, and continual social media spats appear to characterize the society. But what's going on between Jim Jones, Camron, and Chrissy Lampkin? This isn't just another rap battle. It's a full-fledged family scandal. Jim Jones, the Dipset legend, is going to reveal truths that no one ever thought to emerge. In the business for nearly 2 decades, got the streets humming with every single, and his ascension to the top was nothing short of legendary. But underneath all the glittering jewels and hit tunes, the rapper has always kept his family close. Two in particular, Chrissy, Lampkin, his long-term girlfriend, and they've been the personification of ride or die, demonstrating their unshakable relationship with the public, or so we thought. Camron, on the other hand, is no stranger to controversy. Original members of Dipset, he and Jim Jones were like brothers. Their relationship both on and off the mic was a big cause for the group's success, But what happens when the barriers between business relationship and family get blurred? When the true difficulties, the ones no one sees coming, begin to surface, the consequences may be disastrous. What occurred when a tape? Yes, you read it correctly. A leaked recording of Chrissy Lampkin hit the internet, shattering the quiet facade they had meticulously crafted over the years. You have to realize that this isn't just ordinary tape. Personal and Jim Jones' son, the quiet one, who generally keeps out of the limelight. He simply burst, now whispers are flying, accusations are being flung about, and the breach between these once close brothers is spreading broader by the day. But why is a simple leak of a private moment making such a storm? Let's break it all. Begins with the leaked tape, which everyone has been talking about, but no one has truly, according to unnamed sources, which we have enough of. The recording portrays a private encounter between Chrissy and someone she should never have trusted. We've been hearing murmurs of betrayal, exploitation, and some unsaid secrets about Chrissy's history that no one ever dreamed would come to light. Beginning now, you've got Jim Jones' son, who until now has been mainly in the background, coming out with wrath. Why? Because this recording isn't just an assault on his mother, but on everything his family stands for. The world of rap is one thing, but when it comes to family, things turn personal, and it's evident that something has gone from 0 to 100 quickly. The real issue is, why would somebody release such a profoundly intimate tape about Chrissy and, more significantly, who stands to benefit from all of this chaos? If you think that's where it stops, you're wrong. The more we look into this controversy, the more odd it becomes. The facts do not make up. The reasons become murkier, and now Camron is caught in the center of it all. Why is he involved? What function does he play in the tale, and what does he have to do with this tremendous disaster? Is he merely a victim of a terrible circumstance, or is he an important actor in this whole game? Here's what we know so far. The public response has been nothing short of explosive. Celebrities and influencers alike are chiming in. The streets are buzzing, as are blogs and gossip sites, and even the mainstream media is catching on to the murmurs that this isn't simply a rap rivalry, but something much more. Growing, and it's getting more of a soap opera by the minute. Now you may be asking how we got here. The leaked recording of Chrissy Lampkin, Camron, Chrissy Lampkin, and Jim's son is facing significant consequences. From this occurrence, social media has been cruel, but what are the legal penalties that any of them will face? Criminal prosecution for releasing that video will force them to face the history that they fought so hard to conceal. At the end of the day, this entire scenario is beginning to disintegrate in ways that no one anticipated coming. There are numerous unresolved issues, discrepancies, and those who stand to lose everything if this goes any worse. The real concern today isn't about the tape, but about the future. Where do we proceed from here? Will the truth ultimately be revealed, or will this whole mess stay buried behind layers of secrecy? And stay tuned, because this isn't done yet. We've just scratched the surface. The story is unfolding in front of our eyes, and the devastating disclosures are just getting started. The significance of what's occurring becomes evident. The leaked footage, the family turmoil. The public outcry is far from ended. The truth is that everyone engaged has something to lose, and we haven't even started to witness the full effects. Let's speak about the next stages, since this tale will only become worse from here. We've previously highlighted the emotional toll this scenario is putting on Jim Jones' son. But let us take a minute to consider what this whole mess implies for Jim Jones himself. The famed rapper has created. Jim's career was built on his larger-than-life image, songs, and links to the hip-hop industry. However, Jim now finds himself in the heart of a controversy that threatens to destroy his whole legacy. According to individuals close to Jim, he has been in the public spotlight for decades. Might cost him more than just his reputation. We are talking about the possibility, failure of commercial ventures, endorsements, and more. It's not just about public opinion, potentially shift the whole course of his career. However, let's take a step back and evaluate the wider picture here. While Jim Jones struggles with the impact from his son's response and the leaked footage, Camron might face even larger ramifications, as we've seen Camron maintain his distance from the drama. There's something lying under the surface that might reveal far more than everyone. Camron may be keeping things low-key, but there's no doubting that the situation is growing faster than anybody can manage. There are indications that Camron is facing more than just public backlash. According to unsubstantiated reports, there may be financial ramifications that might cause his empire will implode. We're talking about enormous agreements, sponsorships, and business alliances that might be dissolved the minute this issue reaches its peak. Is it feasible that Camron has more? As much as this issue centered around Jim Jones, he has lost more than just his reputation. Chrissy, Lampkin, and Camron, there's a deeper force at play here. The media has played a significant part. What happens when the media gets involved in stoking the fires of this rivalry and making it a show for the masses? In a case like this, it's obviously evident that this isn't simply a celebrity dispute. This is a media. The tabloids, social media influencers, and even so-called journalists are feeding off the drama. They are doing all they can to take advantage of the situation, including selecting sides, making accusations, and spreading rumor. Piece of information escalating the issue even further. So what does this entail for the persons involved? The more the media explores, the more they unearth, and with this much attention comes the potential of additional bombshell revelations being revealed. Is greater than ever. Just when people thought they'd had enough, fresh leaks are disclosed, and the tales are what happens when you've got a camera pointing at every part of your life. Let's speak about it. We've heard rumors of prospective litigation, but there's a very real chance that we could see a legal drama on the future. What if Jim Jones or Camron chooses to sue, or Chrissy Lampkin chooses to pursue legal action against whomever is responsible for this breach? The legal implications may rise. It might lead to years of litigation, public scrutiny, and potentially even criminal prosecution in unexpected ways. Whomever was behind the leak of the tape, but it doesn't end there. There's also the matter of treachery. Was the leak caused by someone close to the family, or was it coordinated by an outside entity who just wanted to make a? What we know for certain is that someone got access to critical information, and their reasons are still unknown. Someone in Jim's crew betrayed him, or is this another deliberate effort to bring down one of hip-hop's greatest names? The more we explore underground sources, those who know precisely what's going on behind the scenes. But before we get into that, let's speak about the aftermath of this controversy. Camron has already been dragged through the dirt, with social media slamming at him, his ardent fans now doubting everything, and we're witnessing old scars from his history, with Jim Jones beginning to. Can their friendship survive such a public catastrophe? Or is this the last nail in the coffin of a relationship that has been on the rocks for years? Let's take a step back and dive further into what's actually going on behind the scenes, because believe me, there's more to this tale than simply a leaked video and a son upset with his father's old closest buddy. Social media, this controversy extends well beyond that. And when we start connecting the dots, we realize how the whole scenario might be a ticking time bomb. But who is pulling the strings here? Is it simply a mistake or someone playing the long game? Let's speak about the tape itself. From what we've heard, this isn't the usual. The film that released is premeditated and intended to do more than simply generate headlines. Chrissy Lampkin is seen in a compromising predicament that goes well beyond anything she could have ever imagined. Chrissy has been in the limelight for years and has always been considered as Jim's rock. But what if that picture is going to shatter? Let us add another layer to this. According to unidentified people we've spoken with, this leak was not an accident. It's been alleged that this film wasn't merely discovered. It was purposefully leaked by someone who understands precisely how to pull the correct. But why would someone wish to bring down Chrissy in such a prominent way? And what exactly is their endgame is where things get even more intriguing. There are reports that the leak wasn't only about Chrissy's private life, it was also about Camron. Apparently, there is film of both Chrissy and Camron that could turn everything we know about this scenario on its head. What was Camron's part in all of this? And how deep does it's one thing to hear of a fight between two guys, but why is Chrissy being pulled into it? in such an explosive manner. And if you're wondering how Jim Jones' son got involved, here's where it gets even. According to sources, Jim's son has always been hyperprotective of Chrissy, particularly when anything that may call her reputation into question. And we're hearing that Jim's son had been quietly battling fights for his mother for years, and this recording may have been the last straw that drove him over the brink. Sources close to the issue indicate that the fury Jim's son, it's not only about saving his mother's reputation, it's about vindication. Remember this, family. Secrets have been boiling for years, and this recording might have been the flame that ignited everything. His fury isn't just about a leak. It's about revealing what's truly happening on behind closed doors in the Dipset camp. For all these years, and let's not forget Camron's past with the Jones family. Everyone knows about the breakup between Camron and Jim Jones have been an open secret for a long time. But what precisely transpired between these two? Camron crossed a boundary. Was he really simply a spectator in all of this, or was there more to the treachery that we never saw? That is the true question everyone is asking, and honestly, no one appears to have an answer. Some believe that the relationship between the two men had been eroding for years before to the public breakdown. The real issue is, what was the breaking point? What did Camron do that turned Jim from best buddies to bitter enemies? Now Jim's son is stepping in because he knows something we don't. Here's what we're pulling together so far: the video, the public response, and the hidden intentions behind all of this turmoil. But just when you thought you knew how it was all going to play out, fresh information come to light that threatens to affect everything. Now it's not just about the leak, but how Camron fits into the big scheme of this family battle. Word on the street is that Camron has been attempting to lie low and distance himself. We've seen him speak out, but defending himself from any claims may be more difficult than he believes. Openly, but what if that's only the tip of the iceberg? Is there anything he's keeping from the public? Something so devastating that the only way to safeguard his image is to remain silent. This controversy is beginning to nasty, and it's only going to get worse from here. Fans and celebrities alike are weighing in, and the pressure is building. On everyone involved, the public wants answers, and honestly, they're not going to stop until they have them. But are we really getting the complete picture? And let's speak about the ramifications, the ripple effect of this entire event. Everyone involved, including Jim Jones,